After enjoying sailing and just hanging out with friends for a week, I thought it was time for a couple of small boat projects, but fun ones. So finally I'm actually doing things that I really enjoy doing. I built like a little lamp for Karl that you can use when you're sitting outside. It's a fruit from a tree whose name I forgot, but they lie around everywhere on the beach, so you can just cut them and then you drill little holes into them to make like little pictures, and then the light will actually shine through that fruit. And I think it looks really nice. It's a big improvement for having dinners at KARL. And I had to repair the lid of the hatch of the back of the boat, and whilst I was on it, you know, I got some paint out and I just painted it white and painted the doors as well. So now it looks actually quite nice, and the rain is not coming in anymore, and you can step on it again, which is a big advantage. And because I had the paint open, I painted some cupboards of the kitchen, which I wanted to do for a long time, and I put a little tribal thing on it that I'd seen as a tattoo on a friend's foot. So yeah, that's like, you know, like little projects that just make KARL a little bit more my home rather than just a sailing boat, you know. So as I told you last week, the plan is to go down to Colombia, and a friend of mine, Mathieu, is gonna come and join me and help me with the boat. Going down, we're just gonna take it slow and do like little day trips, and just to see some of the more remote Kuna villages, because there's not so much tourism going on down there as there is in the very popular San Blas Islands where I've been during the last week. So I think it's gonna be interesting. So the first little trip that we did was from Nagana to Devil's Case, which was not a lot. I think it was 12 miles. And when we got to Devil's Case, it was already night. So we tried to go to the island. We rode over. Obviously, we were looking for some cold beers, which is not the easiest thing in San Blas to find. And we didn't even find anything to eat. So we just got there and we just looked around a little bit. People were just at the Congreso, which is like their parliament. On every island has their Congreso, and there's the Saila, which is the boss of each Kuna village. And the more traditional villages, they have the Congreso running every night. And if you come at that time, like no shops are open, you know, because everyone or all the men are at least at the Congreso. So we came at exactly this time. But in the end, we did find a little shop that was selling us a couple of cold fruit juices. So, you know, at least there was a little bit of success in our hunt. The next morning we got up and we were just getting ready to go further down east, and I was actually still inside the boat, and I look outside the window and I think, well, that's some amazing colors going on out there. Those squalls here in Panama, they come really quickly. They never last very long. They just, you know, they usually have like 35 to 55 knots of wind, and they just last like maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and after that you have a huge tropical rainstorm. So we had to be quick. We took everything in. We put on the engine just in case, you know, the anchor wouldn't hold, because behind us was a reef. And then the storm was already there, you know, and it was on our nose, and the boat was moving a lot. There was a lot of rain. You actually couldn't hear the engine anymore because the wind was so loud. And then all of a sudden, I'm thinking, this is strange. I think I can't feel the engine anymore. So I'm checking and like, no, the engine is not on. So I try to start it again, and it goes like, oof. So it didn't even turn. So I'm like, okay, I think maybe we've got something stuck in our prop. Once the storm was over, I went into the water and I dived down to look what's going on. And yeah, we did have one of the main sheets actually that was hanging on the railing must have gotten loose, and it fell into the water and I got into the prop. So I had to dive down and cut it loose, which was quite hard because it was before breakfast and after the storm, and I didn't really feel like it. But when I came out of the water, guess what? Mathieu had some pancakes ready. It was just the best. It was just the best. You know, you come out of the water, you're tired, and, you know, all you want is a nice breakfast, and there it is, pancakes and Nutella, and it was just a perfect after storm breakfast, I think. At night, there's some Kunas coming to the boat, and they sold us 3 pretty big crabs, like centollo, and we cooked them and ate them with self-made mayonnaise. It was just really good, really good. The next day we sailed on a little bit further east and we went to a place called Snug Harbor, which is a beautiful anchorage. We actually went a little bit further than the normal anchorage, and we went into a nice and quiet place. I mean, there's no one there. There's one other boat except us, and we threw the anchor and we went snorkeling for a little bit. Went to one of those little nice palm tree islands for a walk, and on the way back we collected some seaweed because I had once in a restaurant, I've had the seaweed, and when we were snorkeling, I saw exactly this kind, and I thought, hey, I think this is edible, so, you know, let's try it. So we went down, we collected some of it, and my mom gave me a book about provisioning, and it has all sorts of, you know, things like stuff you can eat from nature, like from the sea, or, you know, fish or conch or whatever, how to make yogurt, this and that. So we checked with the algae and compared it to the book. To see if it's really an edible algae, and it did look pretty similar, so I made like a little dressing for it, and we did buy some lobster as well because, you know, the algae was really just a trial, and we had some really nice pasta with lobster, which was delicious. So that's what we've been doing the last week. Just, you know, doing little day cruises, visiting some Kuna villages, and eating lots of lobsters and crabs and pancakes all the time, and swimming in super clear waters. Sounds like a dream life? Guess it is. But more about that next week.